Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. So this one is going to be special one, not only because you can see me again, but because there is going to be a US election next year. Right? So I'm going to show you on my charts what levels I have highlighted and which I will be monitoring. So let's get into it. So right now we are looking to the US dollar index, and as you can see, it's currently, let me bring it into the weekly, and you can see in here that we are basically reaching this monthly level, and we have another level above it, right? So there is this high, and then there is this order block or the supply zone, if you will. So what I'm thinking is going on in here, I do think that we are going to break higher again, but now is a question, right? So you can see this candle has came into here. Next one, the last week, is basically like this dodgy indecision candle, right? I don't think it's an indecision, but it was probably a trap during the non-farm payrolls when the dollar index has dropped a little bit, and then you can see that end of the day it started to, you can see it on the lower time frame, how it basically started to break higher, right? So we can see in this candle, I think many traders probably has been trapped into the shorts and on some other pairs, right? So for example, in the euro longs and the pound longs, because it was looking really convincing at that moment. But I wasn't trading anything, not much this week. I actually had some profits, I think around the 1% in my signal service, and we can check that. So you can see here is a report. I finally have fixed this bot which is making these reports for me. So that was just a few trades. You can see I had the longs on the euro, longs on the kiwi, NZDCAD, Aussie NZD. This was from the previous week, right? So this is basically what I'm trading on the prop firm. So quite reduced position size, but still take out around 0.91%, like nothing extra, but on the prop accounts it's quite good, I would say, right? Anyway, so what's going on in here? Let's check the COT data. You can see here on the column, on the blue one, it's a longs, right? And they are around the 21k, and the shorts, they bring to the 20k, right? So you can see they are actually the 50-50 just right before the elections, right? So no one is really betting on some move. What I do think can play out in here, right? So we have this inverted fair value gap down here, right? So price could drop down here. If we drop down into this midpoint of it, I do think that there is a high chance that we can get long on these levels. If the price is going to take these, then I would like to take some potential short down, because if you look into this, and this is of course not a guarantee, but if you look at how big move we had without any big correction, I do think that this on the NFP was trapped. Now people shorted, they having shorts in here, and then I think we will go there for these levels, right? So that's for the dollar. Okay, right now we are looking to the euro, and I think it's going lower, because right now look at this. This is a COT data, and they have decreased their net positions to the -50, right? So I must admit that I thought on the beginning of the previous month that this is just going to be a pullback, and as you can see, it was big sell-off, right? So right now they have these positions, -50 net positions, right? So you can see that the longs has disappeared and the shorts are coming, right? So where these shorts would be closed? Well, probably on some lows, which would be lower down here, right? So you can see in this week, Thursday has fired up above a previous week's high, Friday taking this high and closing lower, right? So if you look at it from the weekly, especially those who are in my coaching program, you can see how we have this weekly range, right? Then the next one has took it and then closed inside, right? So what's the strategy? We are going to be looking for the shorts in this week, right? Because it's a manipulation week, and mostly around 50% of this week, there could be a potential opportunity for the short to target this low and this 50%, right? So we will see how it's gonna play. I do think that we are going to fill this gap and probably these lows, right? So if we're gonna get this opportunity, maybe I will trade some small positions, because as said, this US election, this is what we see right now, but you know, something like this can happen also, right? No one knows. And last time when there was an election in 2016 and Donald Trump has won, there was a quite strong US dollar after that, right? So we will see how it's gonna be right now. So this is already the pound, right? Pound doesn't look good. Also, it's basically everything same, right? We can see how we are dropping. Here is this previous month highs, right? Lows, sorry. And here is a COT data, right? So we can see completely decreasing in the net positions, right? We can see that longs also decreased from 160 to 130. We can see that the shorts are not any coming too much, right? So maybe this one is not that bearish as the euro, but still the net positions going lower. And I do think that if something is going to be happening, it's going to be on this level, right? On this order block right down here. So I do think that we are still going lower on the pound. This is Australian dollar, and this one is a little bit different because we can see that the net positions are still quite in the positive, right? We can see how they came from the minus 40 to the plus 33. Since then it's dropped, and then they bring a little bit positions back, right? But it's happening as the price is dropping lower, right? And why is this happening on the Aussie while the euro and pound are dropping? I do think that if the inflation and the things start to happening, because I think that the money printer will go bear again, I think that these commodity currencies as the Aussie, Kiwi and the CAD might be stronger than the euro and the pound, right? So what's going on in here? I do think that we will be going lower. What I got in here, my levels, is this weekly level. So only if I get above this one, I would like to be shorting in here, right? I would not be shorting this low. Then I will rather not trade 2-3 days, right, and wait until the price come to my level, and there I will trying to be doing something, right? Kiwi is looking almost same as the Australian dollar, and I basically think we are going lower, right? In the COT data, it's almost 50-50, right? There's nothing happening much, right? I think that the main driver on this chart is a dollar, and I do think that we will be going lower, right? So bearish on this one also. This is a USD franc. This one looks quite interesting, right? We can see quite nice positive data, but it's a positive data for the dollar. So it means that it's bullish. And I think that we will go into these highs, right? What would be perfect for me to enter if we get drop down into this inverted fair value gap and this daily fair value gap, right? So there I would be interested. I don't like when the price action is like this, and if it will go like that, then I will simply not find entry for me, right? So I'm all right with that. And now the Aussie CAD. This one perfectly played out. I basically had my entry in here, right, 3 weeks ago. Then I closed it in here, right? So you can see how shame it was, right? Anyway, the price is reaching this high, and here is some previous high from the past. Let's take it on the weekly. Right, so I think that we are going to reach this high, right? But how to enter? Again, I would be only interested if we drop below this weekly low and higher, right? So who knows how it's gonna play? This is my possibilities, and this is a USD JPY. I think we're going again higher. I was a little bit bearish, but now I'm changing my view because we are closing above this weekly fair value gap, inverted one, and here is actually the another one, right? So if we get down into here, then I think we will reach these highs in here. So I'm quite bullish, and if you look to CFT data, which I have here on the daily time frame, you can see how they flipped again into the bullish, right? Because the BOJ, Bank of Japan, they said they actually cut the rates the month ago, and right now they said that they will not be doing it again, right? So they actually bring this panic to the markets a little bit because of the credit rate with the JPY, and right now they're saying that they will not be cutting at least until the US election, right? So who knows what's going to happen next, because BOJ is the bank which likes to surprise. But I think that if there is so bullishness, I think that it's going up here, right? So that's basically it, my friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to provide very quality videos right now. As you can see, I got these slides and you can watch me. And also, if you are not in my Telegram channel, don't join there, because you got all this analysis, you got all this COT data, right? Also about the algo. And don't forget, because I have right now running the promotion with my broker, 8Cap, which is a fair broker, and mainly they provide a great leverage even for my followers, which was not able to get it to use it on the EA. So check them. They have also MT4, MT5, TradingView, right? Great reviews. Basically the broker to go. Anyway, I see you in the next video. Bye bye.